Welcome back to Slop You'll Forget 30 minutes after watching. Yep, the king of the hotel chair himself just keeps getting worse. Today we're going to be talking about Idubbz's new video that came out called Are You Scared of Immigrants? Surely this will be another one of his top tier videos. Oh no, it's just starting out in this depression dungeon that his wife Manisa keeps him in. Get it? Anissa, because she looks kind of like a man. Anyway, that doesn't matter. We're working on names for her. Surely he'll have words of wisdom for us in this video today. And I'm not even gonna lie, I couldn't even watch this whole video, which is really just a sad comparison to watching Idubbz just years ago. So essentially, he's just pretty much calling these three creators, some, I don't know, weird looking Scottish backpack guy, Kurtz Kaz or whatever his name is, the dude that travels everywhere, and surprise, the Nelk boys, or I think just, what's his face, Kyle. Yes, Idubbz. The guy that said,
say Nick. That we are very fucking stupid to hold the word Nick at this colossally high standard.
Obviously, I know those were more jokingly times when he said stuff like that and whatnot, but even in my opinion, he is at most cherry-picking situations. I guess that little bit of empathy and punches to his face by his wife's hairdresser really have made him look at everything in a new perspective. Keep in mind, saying all this stuff about these creators while he is taking money from his own charity, which, RIP Creator Clash 3, not paying his coaches, which literally you can just check in all the comments, people are telling him to pay his coaches, but somehow he is an expert on being a good stand-up guy. And you could tell he's really just trying to deal with racism one bad video at a time. And like, let's just be honest here for a second, he is clearly white knighting, which is crazy because I don't even think immigrants would want your help, because Idubbz constantly looks like a homeless person that shits himself, so I think immigrants would give him money to get away from them or to at least go take a shower. So his video starts off with going after that Kurtz Kaz guy, which if you guys don't know who that is, I mean, he's pretty famous, honestly. He just travels around the world showing, I mean, what would you even call him? Like just one of those travel vloggers. He does go to more poverty areas and really shows sometimes what places look like. I don't know if he's German or what exactly he is, but he's literally just picking clips of him of times that he said maybe questionable things. I don't even 100% know if English is his first language, because I know he knows a bunch of different languages, so it's like even the words he's picking, you can even tell like that it's just really more for clipping, if you ask me. Like, this dude is not outright being like, oh, these people are this or these people are that. Like, bro is literally just clip farming essentially, which is, I mean, I guess what you kind of have to do to stay relevant in a you know, in the online world, right? Which really begs the question of like, how much is Idubbz really even traveled to, even in his own words?
So you would think with all of the traveling around the world, that would really open your mind to different cultures, different ways of life, and how we're all just people trying to live.
All people are just people, or whatever the dumb shit he's saying, right? Once again, this is coming from the man that just found out how to have empathy in his 30s, by the way. I really think going after that Kurtz guy was really just a stretch. Like, I really don't think it was anything that crazy. I think what really surprised me the most was going after the Nelk boys. Like, look, they've been saying stupid shit forever, so it's like, you're already kind of late to the party.
I can't say it. This is the way I'll say it. Tim Hortons, if I walk into a shawarma restaurant, I don't want to see a white person serving me. Does that make sense?
Yeah, 100%.
If I walk into a shawarma restaurant and I see a white person serving me, I don't want it. So you can figure out the other side. If I see a white person in there, I'm fucking out. And Tim Hortons, you can figure out the other side.
Yeah.
Listen, Mr. Jelk, it is still racist when you're using white people as the example for you to make the racist statement. I want white people to be cooking their white people food and brown people to be cooking their brown people food. That's weird. We don't like that, all right?
Pretty much he's calling him racist because he says that he wants a white person essentially to work at like, what, Tim Hortons or I don't even really know what else. And he would want like a Mexican person or an Indian person to be cooking like Mexican food or Indian food, right? He doesn't want a white person to be cooking Mexican food or Indian food. So Cookmaster himself hates on what he's saying because he's pretty much just saying, if I got Mexican food, I'd want a Mexican person to cook it, or if I got Indian food, I'd want an Indian person to cook it. And I just know Idubbz CTE was speaking to him the whole time saying, that's racist. Of course, super white, looks like he's never been in the sun, Idubbz is saying some dumb shit like that. And look, where I live, there's a lot of Mexican restaurants and there's actually a lot of Indian people. And maybe call this a hot take, but I fully think that if they went to an Indian restaurant or a Mexican restaurant and they saw that like all white people were cooking their food, they would probably be like, nah, I don't know about that. I don't even know if I'm gonna like that, whatever. I think that they would probably be the same way. And like, I don't even think it's inherently racist. I think it really all just comes down to being more confident that maybe an Indian person that grew up all around Indian culture their whole life, even if it's in America or wherever, and we're surrounded by Indian food made by Indian grandmas and things like that, where they really learn the secrets and things like that on how to make said food that they like, right? I definitely think that there's a contrast of that compared to like a white person studying on how to make Indian food. And even if they were, you know, working with Indian people or whatnot, I could see that other culture being like, nah, I would rather my people do it. And I'm not sitting here saying that like, oh, white people shouldn't be able to cook any other food, because that's just crazy. It's like Idubbz has literally forgotten though that we've been the butt of the joke, aka white people have been the butt of the joke of not seasoning their food or not even cooking the best. It's like the amount of stretch this man is reaching for is Reed level, which, no, I haven't even actually watched the new Fantastic Four. But I mean, this is just crazy, man. Like, the edgy guy who said the N-word, often called people all kinds of slurs, is saying someone is racist because they would want Mexican food to be cooked by a Mexican person. I too probably would be like, what the fuck if I went to a hibachi restaurant and it's some white dude named Charles was the hibachi chef? Definitely think some of the things Cuck Dubs himself has said over time has been way more racist, and it's just silly for him to even make this kind of video, in my opinion. Like, I really don't know who he was making this for. And finally, after all his white knighting for people who weren't asking for his help, like the good little cuck he is, he tries to help the Hassan Orbiters, who are being sued by his old friend Ethan Klein, or H3H3. All of them, literally all of them, have said racist and terrible stuff, but I doubt we will ever see an Idubbz complain video about that.
I have no pity at all for any fucking soldiers. Distress, thank you so much. I will never have any fucking pity for any fucking soldiers. U.S. military? Boo fucking who? I hope you get PTSD.
Honestly, the emotional cope and hoops that he goes through to make himself feel okay about whatever it is he's saying is just absolutely crazy, man. Like, you really just can't make up this level of hypocrisy, guys. Like, it's actually kind of fucking crazy, because he acts like these three people are racist, but then associates with racist, shitty people. You know, and I'm not even gonna lie, guys, it's actually a little sad for me to watch this kind of downfall. I remember watching his content when it came out, thinking, dude, this guy could be humongous. Like, he's actually shitting on the right content creators at the right time, really bringing them down a notch, because, yeah, like, bro, some YouTubers just get their heads so full, but at this point, I would say that Idubbz is the same way. Like, he literally has become what he hates. And I know a lot of people blame Anissa, and I get that, but it's like, on some level, he believes the absurd shit he's saying. I don't know, it's crazy. Or that, or he is a victim to this person, and that's what a lot of people think. But at the end of the day, they've been together forever, and he's gonna keep sitting in that chair for her. And honestly, if she is the one making these decisions, then, you know, that's just bad, bro. Like, you're literally ruining your whole career. You're ruining your reputation. I mean, I think he already has with everything that he's said and made. It's just, it's actually crazy. I wouldn't even want the old Idubbz back at this point, because bro is just too far gone. I probably will continue to make videos on his downfall, because that shit needs to be studied. So yeah, that's all the slop I got for you. But don't worry, I know you'll forget this slop in 2 hours, and you'll be back for tomorrow's slop. Peace.